Et maintenant, je vais appeler Guy Charnaux pour A Man Called Men. It's cool that we have a lot of filming competition in Annecy. It's
Yeah,
an
it's
animation
true.
school.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. I don't know exactly why, but I think I don't know if why we don't have many films from VFS here. Um, that's a good question.
But you finish film. I mean, it's a 2 years, 3 years course. Or
No, it's a 1 year course,
okay.
and then we have 4 months to do our final film, and like each student does his own film, like all by himself, and takes care of the whole thing, and it's pretty intense. I was like, I'll arrive at school at 9 a.m. and I'll leave at 1 a.m. So like, and Saturdays, Sundays, and I'll try to get in the weekend sometimes, but it was closed.
It's not open all day long.
It's
Some
open.
school
No,
are open. Yeah.
it's open all day long. But sometimes they would close it in the weekends. I'll be like, nah, I want to be in the school. I don't want to be at home doing nothing. I want to be drawing, doing my film. And I think the rest of the class, most of them, they were in the same mood. They were all, a lot, into what they were doing, and that was really cool. Everyone was like pushing each other to do their best.
You're coming from Brazil. That's it.
Yeah, I'm Brazilian.
Where did you go to Canada for the school? Because there is no school of animation in Brazil.
No,
or
there are great schools in Brazil. The thing is that I was working as a freelancer. I graduated from college in Rio, design college, and I was doing fine, doing some commission jobs for the government and video clips and all sorts of things, festival vignettes. But I wanted to step up. I wanted to improve my skills, and I also wanted to, I was working as a freelancer by myself at home. I was a little bored, and I wanted to know North American industry better. I wanted to get out of there and learn some animation, and yeah, just get out of my sphere a little bit and go somewhere else and learn some animation.
It's a pretty effective movie. I mean, it's especially nowadays. It's like these kids growing up and violence coming in because the
it's
teaching and
well the text. The movie is based on a text written by a friend of mine who's also from Rio, and he writes all these crazy texts and chronicles, and is a really for me he's a genius. Anyways, I love his stuff, and that's my favorite text from him, and I decided to do my film based on that. And yeah, I think it talks about this, about it's like a social satire on like violence, how violence is present in our society, and it's hard to describe like the way I feel or what is the movie really about, and but anyways, yeah, it's something on those lines.
I thought it was also about education, actually, about what you
Yeah, about
give
like
to your children, and saying,
exactly.
okay, if you're not happy, just take a gun and thing like that, and it's
Exactly, the way people deal with problems, and about education at home for sure. Yeah.
Did you? Again, I said it's a pretty effective movie, and of course, it's always the same about thinking about storyboard and how did you plan the film, because it was a text who gave you the rhythm of the film.
Yeah, it was a text. It was like first thing that I did was I get the text, and then along with my teachers in VFS, the text is much bigger. There's much more to the story, so we're just butchering the text pretty much, and to get to like the core, to what the essence of the whole thing. And then it was basically like me just reading it, and I'm also the narrator in the story. So it's basically me like recording with my cell phone and checking the timing and the rhythm of the story, and then like imagining characters and sketching. And yeah, but the starting point was the text and reading it and listening to myself reading it.
Did you have references about the film, the rhythm of the film, other film or short film?
Well, for the rhythm of the film, references for the rhythm of the film, I don't, not any precise references. I have these more like references that I carry with me always. It's just like Don Hertzfeld is like a guy that I love his stuff, and it's always in the back of my head. But for the style of the film and the characters, I think Bill Plimpton was like a totally direct reference. I'm a huge fan. and it's a guy that, and also for the for the timing of the animation, lots of stuff on threes and sometimes on fours, and the boiling line, that all comes from Bill Plimpton.
Okay, the independent American scene of animation. Don Hertzfeld, Bill Plimpton. You like this American animation, independent
I mean,
animation?
I like this kind of stuff. I like stuff from all places as well. Koji Yamamura is also a guy that I love his stuff. Regina Pessoa from Portugal, another animator that I appreciate a lot. It's a huge reference. But yeah, I like the independent American animators a lot too.
The music, classical music.
Yeah, I think that comes from Don Hertzfeld. Probably does, from watching his films and realizing, wow, it's so great. You have these films with these stick figures and then these just enormous, powerful, classical piece. It's just I think it's amazing. And yeah, I think the idea of using classical music come from there. And well, I'm a huge fan of classical music as well. All kinds of music, but classical, yeah.
And of course, it gave something like an opposite thing. I mean, the classical music and this violence and education.
Yeah, it creates kind of
a
a funny contrast, doesn't it? Like, yeah, you have this. Yeah, the classical music makes it kind of seem so powerful and big, something that is so like gruesome, I guess. It's a funny thing.
Because you did some videos for, well, with the music of Naked City,
Yeah.
John's own band that were much more aggressive.
Yeah, it's true. I did these videos for Naked City just because I'm like, wow, I don't know, out of something that came from my mind, I don't know, listening to the music, I was like, and I always had these images. When I listen to music, I always have, images being processed. Like, I should just show people what I'm thinking. I did these things, and I think, yeah, music is a powerful input. I mean, everything that I'm listening to when I'm working, it kind of ends up in the paper somehow, in some way. It's always there.
Those videos for Naked City, did you do them like really fast? I mean, when I watched them, I thought like it was like the music of Naked City.
Like the
kind
music,
of
yeah.
Really not.
No,
I mean, we know animation is long, but
yeah. Well, they're really short films. Took like a month and a half to do. I think the longest ones, and yeah. But no, they were. I did them like it's really fast, everything, but it was done with a lot of care. It wasn't something that I just did like this. It took a little bit of time, yeah.
what are you doing right now? You back to Brazil? You're staying in Canada?
I'm living in Spain right now, in Barcelona, and I'm working remotely for Studio Red Frog, which is in Lille, here in France. And yeah, trying to find a way to how am I gonna do my next film. I intend to maybe keep working with the same writer who wrote the original text of A Man Called Man. Yeah, and that's that.
Just two questions. When you live you're from Brazil, you live in Spain, and you found a job in Lille, so north of France. Or did
pretty
you do
crazy.
that? Yeah.
Well, I graduated in Canada, and then me and my wife, we decided to come to Annecy to look for jobs, and we found this job in Studio Red Frog, and we were working there, and now we moved to Barcelona.
It was too cold in Lille, so you decided to go to Barcelona.
Yeah, lots of raining. No, yeah, and then we ended up in Barcelona, and now we're there and figuring out what to do. We keep working for Studio Red Frog and figuring out what to do next.
And okay, well, hope to see you with a short with your text of your.
Sure, yeah. I hope to be here again as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.